Hello again, and welcome to another installment of the GIVEMAS project. My name is Nikki Darling from Darling Productions and Darling Podcasts. And, people always ask me if podcasting is hard. It's not hard. It's not. I mean, once you know what you're doing, if you have somebody who has the right tools, I am literally sitting on the floor of Wenatchee boutique. I had to stop by here, but I wanted to get this GIVEMAS broadcast up. In case you're wondering how that's spelled, Wenatchee, Lanacie, Wenatchee. Just opened up this gorgeous store, and they have 10 local vendors or artisan maker vendors all in the same shop, and they're getting new stuff, and I have to make my regular rounds just to get see what new things they have coming in. So I'm literally here broadcasting sitting on the floor because the laptop needs to be plugged in. But so if you want to ask me if podcasting is hard, no, podcasting isn't hard if you have the right tools, or if you know somebody who has the right tools. So if you're ever interested in what it takes to put together a podcast, or if you're already doing it and you have some questions, or want to maybe see if your podcast is right for the podcast network, we would love to talk with you. Maybe get a cup of coffee, see what we're all about. darlingproductionswa.com. But for today, another GIVEMAS recipient. If you are not 100% familiar with what we're doing for GIVEMAS this month, every single day of the month, we are recognizing a different community member who has exhibited some awesome, exceptional, extraordinary qualities in the past year, giving back to their family, their communities, people around them in one way or another. And it's been interesting trying to find these stories of people who don't really want to be found, right? So it's been a wonderful journey. I've had some people reaching out to me, which is always great. We'll take nominations. Please contact me either through that website again. It's darlingproductionswa.com. Nikki at NikkiDarlingLLC.com, or just through social media. I'm really easy to get a hold of, and been loving the stories coming in for different nominations. Today, this one was one that I actually was thinking of right from the get-go. I didn't necessarily want to start GIVEMAS off with this one, but I knew that I wanted to recognize this person at some point throughout the month. And it's an interesting situation now because I worked alongside this person in the same building for a year and a half and didn't really get to know them all that well, just because the nature of our job, they were doing their job, I was doing my job, and then we both went our separate ways after we were finished and didn't really get to interact all that much. But through our brief interactions that we did have, could really get a sense of who this person was, what they were about, how much they are ingrained within the Spanish speaking leg of our community. So this morning, I would really like to recognize Jose Luis High. And if you are not familiar with Jose, he has been for the past 21 years the program director and main talent on KWLN La Nueva, put out by Alpha Media. And that is where him and our paths crossed over the past year and a half. But he has been there for 21 years and has built up such a strong sense of subculture and community and engagement. And that is exactly the way that radio should be. It's how it was really meant to be used as a communication forum. And he is always bringing people into the studio. business owners, organizational leaders, um, just community members to talk about what is happening with the Spanish speaking part of our community. So it's been awesome to see that. And other than that, I can't, unfortunately don't know him all that well other than that. However, I know that he shares his love for broadcasting with his daughter, Betsy, who also works at the radio station. And man, that's got to be a trip. It's just got to be a trip. Like, I can't imagine my little kiddo, who's only a year and a half now, but growing up to teach him, and him wanting to love what I do would just be such a joy. And I could see that Jose gets joy out of sharing that with his daughter Betsy. He has another daughter too, and they both celebrated their dad Jose this past month in November, just about a month ago, after, wow, almost 20 plus years working and living and raising a family here in Washington State, in the United States. Jose Luis High took his citizenship test, passed it, and became an American citizen. Man, that I just he has so much gratitude for that fact. And I know I got to talk to him a little bit. I gave him a huge hug the day after he passed his test. He came, and I told him I was just so proud, because he did probably most things that I think people who are born in America couldn't do. The preparation, and the commitment and the persistence that it takes to go through that process is, you have to be fortuitous, and you have to be a certain kind of person. And he is that kind of person, and he has continued to give back to his community and build his family and thrive every day. And I know that he only works at the radio station part-time, and the other part of the time he works in healthcare, of course, because he has such a giving heart. So, for all those reasons, what he does professionally and what he does as a passion, and what he does outside of that with his family, always incorporating his family at the center of everything that he does, and extending that into his community family in the Spanish-speaking community here in Wenatchee, and persisting for over 20 years to gain his American citizenship, finally doing it last month. For all those reasons, we recognize Jose Luis High as today's recipient for the GIVEMAS project. Just want to take a moment to tell you, Jose, that I see you, we see you, and we see the good that you're doing in our community. We really do appreciate it. And we want to see you continue to thrive in our community, continue to do the good work that you're doing. So we, as a small token of our appreciation, we will give you one of our GIVEMAS gift packages that has been donated from one of the small businesses and businesses here in the Wenatchee Valley who have decided they would like to participate with the GIVEMAS project, which has been amazing. People just reaching out saying, we want to put together a gift package for one of these GIVEMAS recipients. So if you want to do that, or you want to give something, donate something, and I'll put together, oh, the lights just went out, they were motion censored. I've talked too long. That's when when they turn the lights off on you, it's time to go. No, seriously, thank you to all the local businesses who have donated and everybody who sent in a nomination. This has been a wonderful experience so far, and we'll keep on continuing. So help me today and every day to recognize Jose Luis High for all that he does for the community, and congratulate him on becoming an American citizen. We'll see you later, guys.